Hello, my beautiful people, and welcome to this reading. I am EBINOTTI, and today we are working with new moon energy. The new moon is currently in Capricorn. It crossed us on January 11th, and we are finishing up the elemental readings like we like to do. So every moon cycle, the new moon and the full moon, we sit down, we go through the elements. In that way, we like to approach it because we can work with the elements. We can embody the elements. We can use them like tools to progress, to continue, to heal, to create whatever it is that we are trying to do. So huge manifesting energy coming up under this new moon in Capricorn for the manifestors out there, for those of us trying to build wealth, create abundance and prosperity for ourselves, and just, shore up that safety net. So there's a lot of thoughts of stability coming in. Capricorn being the eldest earth sign, we do get a lot of that sort of responsibility and, stability in our wealth, in our home, in our body, the vessel, So today we're working with air. It is the final element that we're going to be working with for the new moon in Capricorn. Air is a personal challenge element for myself. I'm a Pisces, so I'm a water sign, and the air element has always been my challenge. So, for those of us out there that we really like to analyze details, we like to go through data, facts. I'm big on observing human behavior. I really like psychology, and I like to break down things in that way. There's a lot of that focus right now. There's a lot of going from Capricorn into Aquarius, right? Because this new moon, January 11th, we're about to cross about 10 days later into Aquarius season. There's a bit of that challenge air element coming into our awareness. So whether the mind is tapped out or drained right now, or you're finding it difficult to analyze the data, so to speak, whatever that be, it's, in this period before we get into Aquarius, it's just about preparation, okay? So having a little bit of leniency and a little bit of grace for ourselves when it comes to the mental space, capacity, understanding, like it might be a little bit more difficult to have that sort of mental compassion, that understanding for people right now. But again, when we are focusing on that, we can really put some effort in that area and, amp up a little bit of grace and compassion for ourselves and for others. So that's a great thing to be focused on right now, is just, making things easier, making things more comfortable, giving people and yourself the time and the space and the respect that they need right now. Because everybody goes through it sometimes, and when it comes to the collective right now, I feel like there's a lot going on in the mental space. So we're going to be focusing on air today and clearing up that space and working with that energy so that we can, do our absolute best out here. And coming together as a collective is just such a great, supportive and powerful way to do that. So thank you for being here today and focusing on the self. Okay, so we're going to get into it. With the cards, we're going to start like we do with the Crystal Oracle deck, and then we'll decide on the other Oracle deck for the day. So cheers to you if you're having your sips. I'm having myself a nice coffee this morning, enjoying my morning routine and just getting my things all lined up for the day. So cheers to you this morning. Or whenever you happen to be watching this. Okay, so I'm going to start shuffling with the Crystal Oracle deck as we line up to the air element under this new moon energy. Cheers to you. You can call in any ancestors, guides, anybody that you're currently working with in this energy. Bring them into the reading, do your prayers, light your incense or your candles, get yourself all ready. We're going to get started. It's so nice to be back here with the collective doing these moon readings again. I took the fall season off. It wasn't planned, just kind of worked out that way. So I'm grateful for the patience, and it's so lovely to just be here with the collective once again, going through these moon cycles. I absolutely love sitting down every couple of weeks and checking in with the self and the collective to see how the divine feminines and masculines are doing out here. and what we're doing as a collective, if there's anything we need to focus on right now. I do love to be the support. I love to support other people's prosperity, all the things I want. I love to see other people winning. So shout out to you if you're winning right now. I know a lot of us are, not all of us. I know a lot of us are winning in this reaping season that is winter 23 as we get ready for the new year. When the spring comes and we finish up the winter season, we really do get that feeling of it being a whole new year. So whenever you celebrate the crossing of the past year into the new year, that's fine. Okay, mental space is a little checked out right now. We're gonna see what comes up. Okay, and let's cut it. Let's cut the deck. Personal readings are still available if you are interested. Make sure you keep an eye out because we have programs and stuff coming out this year. Wind. Oh, that's so beautiful. We're reading the air element, and wind is the element that comes up in our crystal oracle just on the bottom of the deck for our theme to get us started. And I just love that because it's like the wind is such a powerful thing, and I've always been so annoyed by the wind. With all this hair and a girl who loves lip gloss and stuff, the wind can really do it to you, can it? But it's also a very powerful tool when we use it to clear our space and to clear our energy. It can really clear your head. And it's such an amazing thing. So the advice is either get out in the wind or use this element for yourself to help clear things up. It's nice to crack a window in the wintertime, get some fresh air going through the house when we've had the heat blasted and the dust is accumulating. And you know, if you have pets or anything, or if you're like me and you shed a lot, it's like, oh God, it's nice to just get some fresh air, the wind blowing through here, even though it's cold. Okay, we got our card. And on the bottom of the deck, smoky quartz with grounding. So I always keep smoky quartz around me. I do love this stone. It's a beautiful stone. You don't have to work with stones. That's not what this is all about. But the grounding energy of the smoky quartz is really powerful, especially right now in Capricorn season. It's an earth sign, you know, you can definitely use the element of the season to work with at any time, you know, however you want to embody that energy of getting grounded. It's really going to help with the mental space. Okay, Moldavite with transformation. There's a card we don't see very often. All kinds of energy coming up with this card. Transformation. Wow, that's gonna be, I mean, the winter season is about death and rebirth, so that is what transformation is all about, the death and the rebirth cycle. So there's a huge transformation going on in the collective right now and for yourself. We're gonna really tap into this one today and see what's going on there, especially when we're talking the air element. I mean, we go through many transformations throughout our lifetime. You don't have the same body that you had when you were a child, 5 or 6 years old, but your essence is still the same. You are still there. So we go through many different forms of transformation throughout our lifetime, and currently within the air element, there's a big transformation going on. So the mental space is getting a bit of a clearing, possibly some tower energy coming in to break down old pillars and old foundations to create some new. I mean, within the mental space, that is a heavy one. You know, transformation within air energy or air element is very heavy. It can be very heavy. So whether or not you feel emotionally or physically like you're going through anything, like you have some sickness or a broken bone, understand when it comes to the air element for you. So everything within the mentality, the mental space, it really is sort of your understanding of your essence. There's a big transformation going on. And in that, we are going to get into our second oracle deck, which is going to be the dragons. No surprise. No surprise if you're used to the readings here. With that, I don't know, there's something a little bit, I'm like trying to find the words, which usually I'm very good at. again, the need for grace if you're struggling a little bit, or if your strengths just are not currently active. But with that transformation, it's a little startling. It's a little bit like, oh, okay. You know, if you've been through transformations enough times, you know the kind of energy that is put into that process, and it can knock you out, man. So if you've got real big plans with your responsibilities, like your job, your family, your friends, your partner, like things like that right now, start pulling back on all those commitments, you know, because it's not that you have to ditch anything right now, but you are going to probably be put out if you don't take the time to kind of lean into this. You know, the mentality, they say mind over matter. And the reason they say that is because with our mind, we are so powerful that your mind can create physical changes in your body. So the mind's going through it, huh? The mind's going through it. We got some transformation energy within the mental space. I like it. For some of us, this is about communication. This transformation is going to be about not just what we understand, but how we communicate to the world. So how we express ourselves and what we do with that energy. Some of us are really stepping out in a big way here to communicate with the world, and that is the transformation. Okay, so taking a new path for some of us here, and slowing right down on the current path for the rest of us. So figure out where you are in the collective there, and you'll know what to do next. Okay, bottom of the deck, crystal yellow dragon that opens you to higher learning and wisdom. So there's going to be an apprenticeship program, or there's going to be a bit of a journey or a lesson, or, you know, a course that you go through on this one here. Higher learning is not about an actual physical program that you take, though you could end up in that exact space. But the theme of higher learning, that's what grounding is really about, you know, getting grounded so that you can hear and feel and sense things accurately, the way that you're meant to, you know. The way that you were always meant to. Bottom of the deck, the rainbow dragon brings the leap of joy that opens new doors. I love the alignment of rainbow, the rainbow energy. So this dragon teaching us all about alignment, which is unconditional love, acceptance, surrender. And that does mean that we take action occasionally. Okay, and our card today, the golden Christed dragon. I love this Yeshua, Jesus type of energy, or Christ consciousness. It's about compassion. It's about the unconditional love that we were just discussing. So aligning to compassion while going through a transformation. If unconditional love is necessary, if that's the focus, then the transformation is going to be large, okay? So mentally getting a little bit prepared here to tap into Jesus consciousness, is to tap into your humanity, okay? Your heart center, your humanity, the balancing. Like when you're in balance and alignment, you're acting in your higher self, your highest vibrational self. And if there's transformation going on while that's being activated, then I would assume you're activating new power, new potential. So there's new gifts, new power, new access coming in for you. And when you align to that, that transformation takes place. Again, pull back on those responsibilities right now. If you're really feeling like you need some time, even if you don't know what the fuck you're going to do with yourself yet, you just know that you need to focus on yourself. Start slowly where you can, pulling back a little bit. Somebody asked you to go out next weekend, or do you think you can work some extra hours in the next couple of weeks? You're going to have to look at them and be like, I don't know. You know, don't overcommit yourself right now, because you really don't know what could be coming up for you. This is for you. This is because of what you desire. That's why this is coming up. So you want to be there for it when it comes to you, right? Cheers. Okay, let's get into the tarot today. Excuse me. Okay. And we're going to use the Crow Tarot. One of my personal favorites. I love crow, especially when we're working with the air element, because again, those flying creatures, you know, they are the masters of the wind and the air, and they use that and they live in that space. So we can really tap into the birds and the butterflies and the bees and the bugs that all fly, you know, if you're, or the trees. I'm sitting on the inlet of the ocean, so a channel, and you know, there's a beautiful clarifying wind that comes in off the channel, and you can just go down and tap into that energy anytime. Even with the huge, you know, industrial plants right there, like on the ocean, you can still tap into that energy, you know, and harvest a little bit of it for yourself. So tapping into the land, tapping into the skies, the seas, and using that air element in that way to allow for healing and transformation, especially by the water. If you have access to that, that's a real powerful way to do it. If you need a little bit of support, you know, if you're struggling, you don't have to do any of those things. You can just do this all on your own. But I mean, if the support's there and you feel like you need it, might as well go get it. Go get some of that. Okay, let's see what this transformation is all about with the tarot. Okay, bottom of the deck, the Eight of Wands. I love that. As we just crossed into 2024, the 8 is a very, I mean, it's the number of the year. And it's a number of power, as above, so below, as within, so without. Big mirroring energy, big infinity energy coming through there. All access is what I'm hearing. All access. Got an all access pass, do we? I like that. To the show. It's going to be interesting to sit in the audience while the world goes through this transformation on its own. So the era has its own timeline going on. We as individuals have our own timelines going on, but we can all come together collectively and observe like we do the era. And there's a lot of that going on right now. If you want to look at our people, they're ours, you know what I mean? It's our celebrities, it's our politicians, you know, it's our preachers, this is our pope, and this is our moment. So starting to claim these people and these things as our own, which I like. More fire coming up. First card out, the Two of Wands, or the Two of Fire. This is the vision that we hold. This is where the passion and the drive comes from, is when we are clear on that vision, we align. We align to others that mirror and reflect our vision. So this is about expression as well. As soon as you align to your vision, the opportunities to express that vision start to come to you. So that's what manifesting and wielding power is really all about. It's the fire is what drives us. And when we align to our fire center and our mentality with the air element comes into it and gets on board, the vision is solid. And once the vision is solid, you see the mirroring that happens here. It's like the others show up on the path because you're on the path. So you can recognize what it feels like on the path, and you can recognize others who are with you on the path. And some just cross and some are going the other way on that same path. But when you're walking in the same direction, it's like, hey, here you are. Second card out, the Page of Cups. So an offering, a messenger. Again, it's like when you hold the vision, you get things that align to your guidance system. It's like the people, it's pretty unique when these offerings come in. You know that they're for you. You don't have to question it because you can feel it. It's a feeling. So holding the vision and trusting the feeling here. When people show up on the path, it's like, you know, right away, and there's no guidebook to this stuff. You know, our cultures, our ancestors, our people have taught us much. But we are still unique on our path, okay? So appreciating the wisdom of the elders, the ancients, the timelines, history, all of that, and still forging our own path here. Okay, yikes. Bottom of the deck, just to clarify that one, the Hierophant. Our central energy today with our third card out is going to be the 10 of air. The 10 of swords. We've seen this card come up now in this new moon cycle, so it's not surprising it's coming up again when we're reading this element, air. So 10 of swords, let's talk about it. 10s are always the ending and beginning of a cycle. So that's that transformation, death energy right there. We're in the winter season. It's the season of air. You know what I mean? That's what this season, the element of the winter season is air. So fuck yeah, this is the best time you could possibly be seeing this energy, is the opening. And instead of discussing the Ace of Swords and the opening, we're going to discuss the death. And the reason for the death, because the reason for this ending and for this transformation, even the reason for all of the corruption of each of these lessons and betrayals and, you know, corrupted power, all of the things, all of the reasons for that now are the vision. So we understand, coming off of our vision, why we've done what we've done and why we've been through what we've been through, because we couldn't hold the vision exactly like it's being held without those lessons, without those betrayals, the pain, the, you know, all of the blood shed. 21:12 on the clock when I said it. I love the mirroring. So we're really going through it right now, of course. In transformation season, it's gonna be, and we've never been more on path, on timeline than we are right now, with that 10 of Swords being central. Fourth card out, the 9 of Pentacles. Hell yeah. So when we saw grounding on the bottom of the deck, I'll get it just because I love the cards so much. When we saw grounding on the bottom of the deck, and underneath that, the evolution card once again. So transformation, evolution in a big way. That's the theme of this season, as well as specifically right now, the new moon. Important things to be done here, so that the entire winter season of transformation can be the beginning, or, you know, the fruition of that evolution for us. Okay, so getting grounded is getting into alignment. Not just holding the vision, but living the vision. And that means that everything that we do is altered because of the vision now. To hold true, to have faith, to have trust, to stay in alignment with the vision, we have to stay in alignment with our core values, our true self, and our physical reality. That's the thing. The vision is about a spiritual, you know, the mind's eye. That's the air element. But in the physical world, when you come out of your meditation, or when you're, you know, going about your day-to-day activities, do you still live in that spiritual vibration? Do you take the vision with you in everything that you do and everywhere that you go? All your challenges, all of your, you know, collaborations and everything. So I love that we're going into an energy of the 9 of Pentacles, because we need it. We need that grounding. And when we align not just to our vision, but to our reality, and that the vision is our reality, that's manifesting. When they talk about you gotta see, you gotta believe it to see it, with the law of attraction, that's what they mean. It's like you have to give gratitude for it being yours already, in order to really accept that. And that's physical alignment. Okay, so getting aligned in the heart space and in the mentality, that's one thing that's a big part of this. And then allowing that mentality to transform so it becomes a physical reality for us. Law of attraction out here, and all the manifestors out here, they're doing the most, and I love it. So thank you if you're manifesting. Thank you if you're doing you, and you're still out here aligning and growing and trying. A lot of people, I know a lot of people want to give up. I know it's got that energy out here in the collective. We are exhausted. We are tapped out. I know a lot of cards just fell, so give me 1 second here. Oh, and they all fell in a perfect little pile. Lucky us. Wow, 5th card out. Okay, Major Arcana number 3. There she is, the Empress. I mean, coming off the 9 of Pentacles, the Earth Mama, you know, all 4 queens in one with the Empress, like, hell yes. The feminine energy is in alignment. All resources are online. Everything is activated. Full power activation here. So the feminine if you've been struggling with healing, if you've been struggling with understanding, compassion, creation, you know, even having the energy to get those things done, the feminine is getting a little bit of a kick here. Not a kick in the face. Don't worry, it's not going to be that kind of a kick. But she's getting kicked into high gear. She's getting some energy, some support. And as these swords fall, because what really happens with the 10 of Swords is it gets flipped into the Ace and all 10 swords fall out. We get to start again. And from those 10 swords, we forge Excalibur, if you will. You know, the one sword that we're going to take forward with us. So the Empress coming in to let us know we are very supported. We are very nourished. The ultimate healing, nourishing, caring mother is always supported by the earth, by her masculine. You know, that's not talking about a physical person in your world. It's the universe. It's all energy supporting the feminine in you, okay? Our first clarifier today, the 9 of Swords. Whew, we're going to talk about fear. Second clarifier, the 5 of Swords. And our central energy, I shit you not, the Page of Swords. So the air element, you know, we're talking air. Well, let's do it. Let's talk about air. I know when it comes to the vision that there's a certain amount of fear. I know that because the vision is always a little terrifying. And they say, you know, if your dreams don't scare you a little bit, they're probably not big enough. And that's what this is about. There's been a lot of fear on this path with this vision, but the clarity coming in, the understanding that you have for self to express self is trumping that in a big way. The vision is getting strong enough that even the fear is not going to hold it back. It's like you can be afraid and still jump off the cliff. You can be afraid and still get on the back of a motorcycle. I mean, you can be afraid and do things for the first time, and that's how this feels. It's not aligning to the vision for the first time, but it is going to be taking action or allowing things to come in for you with this vision. And yes, it's going to be scary, but that's absolutely, if it wasn't scary, it wouldn't be your dream. You know what I mean? It just wouldn't be big enough. So I like that we're seeing that kind of fear with that 10 of Swords, central energy. I like to see the 9 of Swords out here in the way that it is because it helps us. It helps us face the fear, and not let it get in the way. Regardless of the fear, we're going to move here. So the Page of Cups, clarified by the 5 of Swords. This is our messenger coming in with that open heart, that cup of, you know, whatever it is. There's something that we need, and it's coming in here in a big way because emotions are always a physical need. It's like that's desire coming from the heart. So when a messenger comes in that frequency, it's always going to be something you need. And here we've seen a lot in the past. We have seen a lot of people, you know, just manipulating our heart space or others. You know, it's hard to watch this happen to other people the same way. It's like, you know, the 5 is always out of balance. You know, the 5 of Swords is about taking and not giving. It's like manipulating, even to the point of deceiving more naive, innocent energy to get what they want. And, you know, we've been through this many, many times. So this type of messenger coming in might feel a little played out. It might feel like, oh, I've been down this road before, but nothing about the path that you're on right now is gonna repeat itself like it did in the past. That's not, you know, that's not possible under this energy for you, because that's not what this is about. This is about a messenger coming in who's not willing to deceive and who's not going to be, you know, because they've been through it too. And that's the thing. You might have somebody or something standing in front of you trying to offer to you, and you don't want to get in your own way here because of how things have gone down in the past. You can trust the self, you can trust the vision, trust the process of where you're going, because even if they were to betray you in that same way, nothing about it's going to be similar to you. You know, where you go and where you end up from here is coming off of where you've been. So if people want to play out some more karma in your world, just know it was a natural part of the path for you, and in no way is this going to be, you know, tainting you and affecting the heart space. Like, that's the thing, is you're on mission here. Look at this energy centrally. the 10 of Swords with the Page of Swords, it's like this messenger is now carrying the sword of truth, you know, the sword of complete understanding, where the mentality becomes power is when we use it. The throat chakra, the air chakra, you know, we use that air and we use our muscles and we use our tone to relay messages, and that's what's coming in here. So you can expect messengers, you can expect all kinds of communication, opportunities and offers made to you. So the job is to sit back in alignment, to allow the healing and the process, and keep a clear mind so that you can see which of these messengers is for you and which of them is, you know, people playing out their karma around you. There's a lot of people, when you start shining or when you start activating power and stuff like that, people get triggered and tempted by their own demons and things like that to come in and fuck with you. And, you know, you like, yeah, we're reading air. So it's like, yeah, it's all around you. You know what I mean? But in no way does this take power from you. And anybody who fucks with you karmically right now is only giving power to you. So you can siphon the fucking shit out of these people right now. You know what I mean? And that's not dark. If somebody's gonna throw shit at you, you know, and you step out of the way and let it go past, you know, all you're doing is taking at this point. So if people want to give in that way, like, go for it. You can take that dark energy that's tossed at you, you can transmute it and turn it into, you know, the power that you need right now and the energy that you need right now. So not getting caught up in anything petty, because the Empress here, that's the power that we're using. So it's very easy to transmute when you've got that kind of access. The Christed Dragon, again, just speaking about compassion and understanding. Like, don't point and laugh, you know, like, don't point and laugh, because everything really does come full circle. And having compassion and being the higher person, even when it hurts, you know, being the higher person, taking the higher road, is still the classier, more respectable way to go. So in the long run, like, don't taint your spirit just for the sake of pointing and laughing. It only exposes, like, how you've been in that same place that they're in, right? Clarifying the 9 of Pentacles, the Star. You know, the Star, Major Arcana 17, like, this is Aquarius energy, and we're about to go into Aquarius season. So I love that this is coming off of our central energy as our 4th row out here. Look at this go. Like, this is not only you finding your value and stuff like that, but really lining up to the dream. You know what I mean? The universe is going to pour into your dreams now, and you're going to see all kinds of things showing up for that. So like I said, if from the past or karmically people want to come in and roll, it's only going to push energy into your alignment and into your cup. You know, literally from the stars, your dreams are watered, you know. Do you have anything growing right now? I just started getting the roots out of some garlic, and I'm going to plant that pretty soon. I love to watch things grow right now, and, you know, and have them nurture my body at some point. So the universe feels the same. That's exactly how this feels. You got the big star up here, you got the big star over here with the sun, and, you know, it's just beaming on you, just allowing that alignment and allowing that growth. So really tap into that energy, that alignment feeling of the physical body, knowing it's on path. And if you're getting into the vision of what your dreams are and things like that for the first time, I mean, that's what the star is about. It's about what your dreams are, the big ones, the universal ones, the ones that are way outside of your touch to reality. You know what I mean? It's where these two things meet, your physical reality and your dream space, the entire access of the cosmos available in that star. Look at you go. Aquarius season is going to be a very big season here, so start getting prepared for that. We're about a week out from Aquarius season. Our second last season of the year. We're going to do Pisces, and then we're going to start the new year with Aries season. Okay, that's too many, but I can see the 3 of Pentacles, so I want to show that to you. With our Empress being the 5th card out here, we just need one clarifier, please. The 3 of Pentacles is a collaboration type of energy. It's getting the work done with others, and having others come in and see the vision and either give advice, give assurance, or straight up give resources to that collaboration. So again, expressing the self here. Okay, bottom of the deck, the Queen of Cups. And our card, oh, nice, the Knight of Pentacles. So there's her knight, you know, being all four queens in one, the Empress, the divine feminine earth mother. That's what she is. She's got her knight out here of earth, so slow moving warrior energy, but extremely stable, extremely reliable. This is a beautiful balancing of masculine and feminine energy in whatever action you need to take. Okay, on the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Water, so the Queen of all compassion. That's that Christ consciousness in its feminine element. So coming in and being supportive and being understanding, being a little gentle. That's really the advice overall here, is gentleness. Okay, appreciating that massive transformations are taking place right now, especially within the feminine aspect. But if you look at the world, the patriarchy or the divine masculine element is going through huge amounts of overhaul, huge tearing down of old foundations and old pillars of stability. And, you know, like I said, we don't want to point and laugh right now, because compassion really is the classy way to go. You know, there's going to be some people really involved in the battles that go on coming up here as we transform as a society. But at the same time, most of us, our job is just observation, caring, nurturing and healing and creating safe spaces. Okay. And that's what this warrior's all about. He protects his queen, you know, he creates a physical barrier around her so that if anything comes, he takes that bullet, you know. And that's the energy here with all of this action. If you remember, we started our theme for the reading with the Eight of Wands. That's huge amounts of action going on. And within the mental space, you know, even though we're tapped, even though historically, oh my God, we have been through it, nothing ever is finite and nothing ever stops here. Time continues to roll on. So expect the messengers, you know, expect the communication to be coming in to shore up the defenses. Or when it comes to the air element, this final message here is really about grounding into some beliefs. Now, you can pick any fucking beliefs that you want, but they're gonna need to be grounded in reality. And that means that even if you're fantastical and have an incredible imagination like I do, your dreams and your version of reality can be yours, can be unique. And that's kind of what I'm suggesting here, is stay in reality when it comes to anything that you choose to focus on mentally, even if somebody else would say that your version of reality is fucking delusional. You're mad, you know. And I love that. I love when people call me mad. I'm like, yeah, I'm the fucking mad scientist, mad alchemist, mad hatter. I'm mad as a fucking hatter, you know, because what I believe is my reality is, you know, a little outside the box. So don't be afraid right now to step out. You'll have the support that you need in the physical world, as well as, you know, having that gentleness inside emotionally to just keep things close to the chest, keep them where you need them to be right now, so that you feel you're on path, that you feel physically that you're in alignment, you know. It's kind of hard to explain how to bring imagination into reality, but I guess on the basis of everything, it comes down to trust or faith. You know what I mean? The High Priestess underneath on the bottom of the deck is letting us know it's about the knowing. It's about the understanding when a cycle is ending. Okay, it's about the understanding that you have the capacity to continue, to heal, to thrive again. I mean, when you've been through it and you realize how much you've been through, other than the healing process, it's like it takes time. It takes time mentally to come to the fruition of all of that lesson. So appreciating the timeline. The 10 to the 1 is a massive cycle change, and just appreciating that that's what we're in right now, a time of transformation. okay? And to have compassion for the self, to allow this transformation to, you know, be executed, because there's a lot of change going on out here right now that's completely out of our control, you know, and having things out of our control is never comfortable. It's never a comfortable thing. Yes, there's 8 billion other people on the planet, but we still expect to be in control of our world. And, you know, sometimes it's a harsh reality that nope, that ain't the case at all. There's natural disasters, there's man-made disasters, there's universal timelines. We're in a whole galactic neighborhood out here that's got its own thing going on. So, you know, appreciating what we have and what we have in control and what we don't, because that really is a huge lesson. And to drop those burdens of not being in control of certain things it creates so much relief and so much more mental capacity and power, like in the physical realm, to be able to bring things into reality, to be able to give to others as well and do that form of healing. Like, we really need to have the time, the focus, the energy, you know, all the things. Let me just have a look-see here and see if there's anything else before we wrap this up. Okay, so personal readings are available if anybody is so in need during this season. I don't have a ton of spots available every single week, so just make sure if you're wanting a reading, like quick, like that you message me at least to get that ball rolling like right away. The reason I say that is because when I look down, I do see all of the corruption and all of the manipulation of good energy, of good people. It's like when you have a page out here of emotion, you just get people making epic mistakes, you know? And I feel like, you know, yes, there's probably people that have recently made these kind of mistakes with you, and it's weird. It's a weird season right now where people are wanting to reach out and say their sorries and communicate and all of that stuff. So, you know, I recommend just being brave. Like, skip the reading and send them the email, you know, like connect to each other, because there's nothing to be afraid of there. You know, we have been through some shit together. The people in our past now are coming up once again to be relevant, because, you know, there are people, our politicians and stuff, but our past, our people, and you know, no shame and no fear. And it's something really beautiful to come full circle with somebody in your human life, because you only get one shot at that, you know. So be fearless out here. Don't worry too much about all of the what ifs. You know, if you're being called to like connect with someone or something, just go for it. You know, say what you need to say regardless of how, you know, how it's received. It's the weirdest thing sometimes, the way that we all come full circle and connect. So we're going to leave that one right there. That's the new moon readings for Capricorn season. It's all wrapped up. Very excited to be back here with you guys. I've missed you so much. I've got lots of other content out if you want to check me out and spend more time hanging out in my world. Check me out on other socials, TikTok, Instagram. I've got another YouTube page as well for beauty and fashion and style and self-care and all that fun stuff that I'm going to be amping up pretty quick here, because it's been quite a while since I put content out there as well. But I love self-care. I love taking care of myself, feeling beautiful, feeling like I have the skills to do things like makeup, or, you know, rock my natural curls, or just all the things. I feel like the support system that we can have for each other as women out here is so needed. So we're just going to leave it right there. Okay. Shout out to the Queen of Cups for that inspiration, because that's where that's coming from. The Queen of Water is the one who shares, you know, she does not gatekeep any of the secrets, she shares. So if you are curious about my beauty tips and secrets, check me out on EBINOTTI Beauty here on YouTube. I had to like think, where are we again? We're on YouTube. Okay, I love you so much. Thank you again for joining me today. I will see you on your next reading. Mwah!